Good morning. Yeah, I'm Professor Benjamin Okaba, President Ijaw National Congress. To my right is John Opogla, is the chairman of the London chapter, UK chapter of the INC, and to my immediate left is Ambassador Bolali Igali, national leader of the PANDEF, and we have a brother, Elvis, a prominent youth leader of Ijaw Nation. We're all here together to identify with our sister and in solidarity share in what she's passing through right now, and to say again that while we are not taking up issues with the matters in the court. We are saying that she's a very nice lady. She's an Ijaw lady. She's somebody that has occupied so many prominent positions and done well in all of them. As head of OPEC, we know how the international oil prices were stabilized. In also a ministerial position, she was very inclusive, talking about bringing up the girl child and addressing the issues of climate change, etc., etc. And the major point to also raise is that this is 11 years of incarceration, 11 years of so much hardship, and we're saying that when justice is delayed, it is also denied. So we are calling on the international community to look at it from this other point of view, to give a human face to the entirety of the case. So I will hand over to my senior brother, who will look at it from the wider Niger Delta perspective. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I can say I'm here in two capacities. First and foremost, the Mrs. Diezani Alison-Madueke is my sister. We had grown up together as children. Her father, His Majesty late King Frederick Agama, was a close friend of my own late father, Newton Igali. They were all teachers in then Eastern region, and grew to prominent teachers. They later went their different ways to their professional lives. So we had grown up, and I had known Diezani as a sister from one of the most noble families in the Niger Delta. Her father was the prominent ruler of Atisa Kingdom in Bayelsa State. So I'm here as a family member to stand with her at this hour of need, which is proper. And that's what religion teaches us, to bear our burdens one with another. Next is, as a leader of the Niger Delta, let me say this clearly. We from Niger Delta don't condone in any way anything that is corruption, anything that is wrong. We condemn it, we condone it, and we believe that the law must take its course. But at the same time, it is important that I mention that this lady, who is today an accused, has fought very hard for Nigeria. You may not, let us not forget the heydays of militants in the Niger Delta, when our young people took violent expressions and we searched for peace. Oil production came to 600, 700 barrels a day when we could produce 2 million. And we went from creek to creek. She, not bearing the fact that she's a woman, was part of us in this effort in stabilizing Niger Delta, including coming up to the amnesty program of 2009, at which time she was already a minister. A lot of the meetings held in her house, and she played a major role to stabilize the national economy. Additional to that is the fact that, as Professor Okaba said, she focused very much on the environment. I remember 2011, we had the Bonga oil spill. Bonga, by the way, is 121 kilometers offshore, very far away. And even officials of the oil industry said the environment was too violent. The strong winds in the Gulf of Guinea, nobody should go. She entered the helicopter, and flew to Bonga and saw what happened in Bonga, and came down and toured all the communities that were affected. and brought succor to the communities. That's her environmental footprint, working very hard for the environment of the Niger Delta. In Bayelsa, we know in our own area, the Epie and Atisa people, those are the indigenous people of Yenagoa, the clans, the kingdoms that own Yenagoa. She did a lot for a girl child and promoted the education of girls and gave scholarships. Traditionally, she worked very closely with them to stabilize peace in Nigeria and in the Niger Delta, and helped all traditional, even bought vehicles for them. Well, being human, she had run into trouble, and I believe that the law will take its course, but it's important that we can't abandon a daughter of ours at this hour, somebody who has contributed so much. Two things we owe her is to pray for her, that God Almighty will help her to get out of her situation, and that these positive efforts, the things she has done, will mitigate, and where maybe sometimes there could be misunderstandings, there could be things that are not understood, because she comes from a family of great wealth. Her mother is from a place called Abari, the Pobeni family. If you remember, we have one of the Rear Admiral Festus Pobeni, one of the most prominent officers of the Navy. That's the kind of family she comes from, a very prominent people. Fumudo, which is another very prominent family. On the Bayelsa side, her father was a king, King Agama, who was perhaps the first inspector of education in what is today Bayelsa State, and then later became a traditional ruler and was owned almost all of Atisa. So she's from a decent family and a good Christian lady. So, but when you're in public service, I've been around, and in public service you can easily run into trouble. Yeah. And I believe that by the time the judiciary finishes with their work, this is a country, the United Kingdom, will respect their legal system. It's what we inherited, and we know that they will be fair, they will be just to her, and they will see her footprint. Prof. Okaba has spoken about OPEC. She's the first woman ever to be president of OPEC, and was restless and provided so much. She's also was the first woman to rise based on professional competence as director of a major international company in Africa. So the public service is a plus or minus. You come to serve government, then you meet all kinds of characters, and sometimes you run into trouble. But we believe that she will be fine. We are not here to clap, we are not here to cheer, we are not here to rejoice. We are here to empathize with her. We are here to pray for her. We are here to encourage her. And we thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.